I'm having my breakfast. It's like a wakame seaweed pasta salad. The only mistake I made is I should not have added the sardines in there. It makes it far too fishy, but it's edible. Next time I make it, it'll be delicious. Um, Next time, I think I'm just going to put pasta in here, but I'm going to have the fish separate and just eat it as a side, and then have what I did is this is my exercise outfit here. And you can tell by looking at me that I have lost weight, because usually, I mean, I'm down to about 133, 134. I'm on mostly raw diet. Raw diet. Show you what I'm eating. This is my breakfast. What I did is I got 1/3 cup chopped cilantro, 2 green onions and I chopped them up, a garlic clove, I minced it. I got about a teaspoon of minced fresh ginger, 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame seeds. Then I threw in some chopped carrots and chopped daikon radish that I had. The daikon was frozen in the freezer, and I tossed them all together. I think I mentioned everything. He said, "Well, that's quite a fancy breakfast." Yeah, this is not bad, but it tasted better before I put the sardines in here. I'll be able to eat it. I mean, it's edible, but I don't think I'll have to worry about picking out on it, because next time I make this, I think I'm going to keep the pasta in. Pasta and seaweed's kind of a unique combination. I just want to try it, see what it would be like. It tastes I'm getting used to. Actually, I think it would be pretty good if I didn't put the sardines in here. I had some canned sardines, water packed, no salt. But next time, I'm going to make them separate. I'm just going to eat them separate on the side. And then just have the pasta with the wakame seaweed. This soaked wakame seaweed. About a cup of dried, chopped wakame seaweed. Soaked it for about 10 minutes, and I just threw it all in here. Need to chop it up a little better. Not bad, but now it would be delicious if I leave the fish separate next time. For some odd reason, sardines don't work with this, but I'm working on my book. I was working on my book last night, and I think that's why I had foot cramps last night when I went to sleep. Actually, I did fine till about the time when it was time for me to wake up. So I do believe it's probably deficiency in potassium and magnesium, which is causing my foot cramps in the morning. I get that a lot. I don't know. I have a really strong tendency to be deficient in potassium and magnesium, and so you stay down there. It's not even. And so I try to make up for it with my diet. But one thing that helps is if you cut your sodium, that increases your potassium. And I'm trying to do that, but it's a challenge because I'm learning sodium's in everything. But I was working on my book last night, and I get carried away, and it's hard for me to think about my diet when I'm working on my book. But I'm trying to make the Jesus Christ and the Satan character really believable. And I was ready to plunge into chapter 2. And I was reading Solstein's book about his chapter on characterization. And I thought, you know what, Gail? You're not ready for this chapter yet. You don't understand your Jesus Christ character and your Satan character well enough to write the chapter and to make them a compelling, believable character. You do not understand them. So I decided to, I'm really proud of myself because I didn't think it was possible to lose weight in a healthy way while I'm on Seroquel. It looks like I'm doing it. I was so overweight when I got on Seroquel. I actually went over 140, went up to about 143. I couldn't even fit into that bikini. So I thought, you know what, you're making progress. And my goal right now is to bring my blood pressure down. And I think eating food like this will help. Next time, I'm going to leave the fish out. It's edible, though. And most definitely healthy. And it's certainly not going to kill me to eat like this. I'm going to put the fish separate. I actually enjoy sardines canned, just plain right out of the can. And that's what I'm going to do next time. Quick, easy way to get fish if you don't. It saves on time to have it already in the can. A favorite recipe for me with frozen fish or fresh fish is I'll get like cod. Put flour in the front and back. I would use brown rice flour because of my gluten-free diet. Put a little bit of oil in the skillet, and then and a little bit of fresh garlic in there, and then just saute the fish front and back until it's brown and done. You don't want to overcook the fish. That's easy, and then pour some fresh lemon juice on it when the fish is done. Simple but easy way to eat fish. And but my budget's kind of tight, so I'm going mostly with canned sardines right now, so that I can have fish. I want to include fish in my diet. I think that's going to help with my blood pressure. But as I was saying, the Jesus Christ and Satan characters, I stayed up. I got carried away, didn't drink enough water, and I got to remember when I work on my writing to get up and walk around every now and then, maybe just an hour, walk around, get the blood moving, drink some water, then go back to the computer. But it's really hard as a writer when you're really into it to just take a break. It's so hard. Orson Scott Card has the same problem. But anyways, my Jesus Christ and Satan characters, I'm researching for them. Going online, studying with various religions, and I try to pick the faiths that I feel are closest to the Bible. Have to say about the origins of Satan, how he came into being, why Jesus and Satan are such enemies, and it's very challenging to get this right. And I'm just spending hours and hours researching on why Satan was created, what happened, what went wrong, and how Jesus Christ is trying to correct it. And it sounds like it's easy. It's really, really hard. Really hard. This is the hardest book I've ever written. I mean, it just, having Jesus Christ and Satan, as Jesus Christ is basically like my main character and Satan's the villain. It sounds like it's easy. It's tough. Hardest book I've ever written. King David's in there too. I needed to have King David in there as the point of view character because I just don't feel qualified to play God and pretend like that I'm Jesus. So I'm making Jesus Christ my main character using a layered narrative where King David's going to be there in all the scenes where Jesus is, and he will present the world the Jesus that he sees and how he sees him. And that's how I'm going to deal with Jesus Christ as the main character, by presenting him through the point of view of King David.